The information I am presenting has been obtained from the audited financial statements of the cooperative. An abbreviated version of the auditor's report was included in the annual report and has been mailed to all members. For 2013, our Board of Directors retained the services of Brady Martz and Associates as independent auditors of our cooperative's financial statements. As a result of the audit, Renville Sibley was issued an unqualified opinion for its financial statements. An unqualified audit opinion is the highest opinion that can be given, indicating the financials of the cooperative were fairly stated. I will start the review of our financials with the operating revenue. Renville Sibley had over $13.1 million in revenue in 2013. The cooperative sold over 177 million kilowatt hours compared to just over 158 million in 2012. This represents about a 12% increase in sales. As a disclosure, numbers have been adjusted to reflect a deferral of revenue at year-end. The deferral was due to a large increase in sales for 2013, driven primarily by excess electric heat and grain drying. The cooperative received approval from RUS to do a revenue deferral. The next portion shows operating expense. Renville Sibley's operating expenses were up nearly $10.9 million in 2012 to approximately $12.5 million in 2013. This is primarily driven by our cost to purchase the power we sell back to our members. Renville Sibley's purchase power cost makes up 73% of our total expenses, including interest. The operating margin represents over $199.6 thousand of our cooperative profit after fixed costs. It is the revenue left over after the co-op pays the bills. The operating margin represents about 1.5% of the operating revenue. The net margin for Renville Sibley for 2013 is over $823,000. This number represents the operating margin of the co-op plus interest earned, non-operating income, as well as G&T and other capital credit allocations. As I just mentioned, the G&T capital credit allocation is included in the net margin for the cooperative. For 2013, the G&T allocation represents nearly 54% of the net margin. It is important to remember that this allocation is just that, an allocation to be received in future years and does not represent cash to the cooperative. Renville Sibley's total net margin for 2013 will be allocated to you in 2014. This allocation will be retired back to the members in future years. Our cooperative paid over $315,000 in capital credits, including estates, to our members in 2013, bringing our total over the years to over $10.1 million. I would like to highlight a couple items from our balance sheet. First, the cooperative's electric plant in service grew from nearly $21 million in 2012 to just over $22.5 million in 2013, as the cooperative continues its efforts to provide reliable electric service to our membership. The other very important piece of information from this section is the fact that our cooperative continues to retain a sound equity level of over 45%, which exceeds both state and national averages for cooperatives. In conclusion, our cooperative had another successful year.